What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Chris from ZERT here. I want to ask everybody a question on this Friday, last Friday in May. What does immunity mean to you? We've heard immunity over the last 8 months with the former president granting all of these people immunity, and the entire country had their own opinion when it came to what that meant, right? Dr. Fauci got immunity. Well, what did he do prior to grant him immunity now, right? Immunity, by definition, means that you are not held liable. Well, I don't know how many people are aware of this, but just 2 days ago, our favorite New Hampshire firearms manufacturer, Sig Sauer, has approached the state of New Hampshire and asked for immunity. And New Hampshire granted it to them. Facing a wave of P320 lawsuits, Sig Sauer asked for immunity and New Hampshire granted it. Why would they need immunity? Their statement all along has been that there is no problem. Now, as you look through this article, you will read a lot of things that just immediately makes you think, holy shit, is this a movie? Like, is this a Hollywood movie about corruption at a state level? How could this happen? What does it mean for those people that have lawsuits pending, or should any more lawsuits come up? Now, if you just do a quick Google search for Sig Sauer, New Hampshire granting immunity, you'll come up with a bunch of different articles. The one that I'm referencing here is from nhpr.org. And basically, Sig walked in and asked for them to do this, and it passed. One of the other interesting pieces from this article is that there are currently 80 lawsuits that are pending based on the P320. Obviously, they're throwing out information as far as how many of the SIG P320s have been sold, but right now in New Hampshire, there are at least 80 cases that are pending. This new liability law, which prohibits lawsuits that focus on the gun's lack of external safeties, will not affect those 80 pending lawsuits, according to this article, but it does shift the landscape for any future cases. That is huge, guys. That's atrocious. And I just don't get how something like this could happen. I've made a couple of videos and we've done a couple of podcasts on this SIG P320 issue. In all of those, my statement about the company has been clear. I am probably one of the few people out there that are not happy with SIG, that wants SIG to succeed here. I want them to come out of this on the other side. But this act makes it really hard for me to even want that. They've been telling us for so long that there's no issue. But if there's no issue, why do you need immunity from this? It just doesn't track. And now I've got a real problem with that. Recently, I talked to somebody about why I'm not really carrying my macro, even though the 365X macro has 0 issues. I have not been able to find an article about it, but it's made by the same company who is doing crap like this. And that makes it really hard for me to carry that brand and support it, right? And it's not because they already have my money, but carrying something that you like means that you support that brand. I guess you could look at it another way, and it's just because it's a good firearm and it operates safely and is, maybe I could grind the name off of it and then it is what it is, or I can swap out all of the parts of it and make a Sharps SIG P365 and call it that. But It's just hard to support a brand when they pull shady shit like this. And that's what it is, folks, at its core. This is a shady act. If there is no problem and it ends today back in March, why are you still asking for immunity on future problems that shouldn't happen because you say they can't happen? I don't know, folks. I'd love to hear what you guys think below. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're made aware when we put videos out like this. Also, I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think about this. Is this shady? Should we just move on and forget it and just live our lives? But I don't know. To me, it's pretty wild. So until next time, you guys stay safe, stay prepared. ZP002 out.